Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. This is episode 181. We're the Cookie Shuffle guys. I'm Joe.
I'm Dave.
Dave. First of all, as you can see, no tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna talk badly about my artist because she's great. Super excited to get the sleeve done. But I'm a little upset because I went to get right after we recorded. Right after we recorded that day. Went to get my sleeve done. And I get there. We're sitting there for a little while, like kind of talking about the design, what we're thinking, what I'm thinking, what she's thinking. Couple hours go by, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. She steps out of the room with the other artist. Like it's her and her friend that kind of started the studio. They step out of the room, and I'm like thinking to myself, I go, she's gonna come back in here and tell me that she's not able to do this for me, and I'm gonna be devastated because she did a great job with Saturn, and so like I know she's capable. And so she comes back in, she pulls me out, and I'm like, all right, here it is. She pulls me outside. We go outside, and she's like, I don't think I'm able to do this right now. And I'm like, okay, right now is fine. And so she was just like, she was like, I thought I was going to be ready, but like honestly, haven't really had time to get the design done. And so basically, she was just like, she like overbooked herself for the entire month of April, and so she didn't really have time to design my sleeve. And so she had some ideas, but like she didn't want to like half-ass it. She was like, I don't want to do something that I'm not going to be happy with because, then I know you're not going to be happy with it. And I was like, honestly, I appreciate your honesty. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want something half-assed either that I'm going to walk out and have on my body for the rest of my life that I'm not happy with. Um, so what she did do is she was like, I'm gonna touch up Saturn and the solar eclipse free of charge today. And I'm like, sold, 100% done. And she was like, and I'll design it and we'll get you back in hopefully this month. So hopefully in the month of May, I will get my sleeve done. But she did touch up Saturn. So that's how that looks now, which is excellent. And you remember how the solar eclipse looked.
Yeah.
Not my best tattoo. She touched it up. Arguably looks better than it ever did in the past.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's fresh.
Yeah, so much better. And like she didn't touch up all the surrounding shit, which is like fine because I hate this part anyways. I don't know why the previous artist ever added that. But she touched this up. I got two basically, she basically redid both these tattoos for free. So I was happy with it. So not the sleeve,
Nice.
but I am happy with what I got. Right now they itch like motherfuckers.
Put some fucking aquaphor.
I've been putting so much lotion on these bitches. It's
Don't put
crazy.
lotion.
Yeah, you put lotion, healing
Put
lotion.
aquaphor.
I don't have any Aquaphor at my disposal.
You can do lotion after the healing is done.
Whatever. Either way, they itch. I'm happy with them, but they itch. But had my birthday party this weekend. Obviously,
Right on.
big 27 now. A lot of people at my house. Yeah, 27.
Yeah, I'm 24 or turning 24. So.
Yeah. It was a good party. There was a lot of people. Not everybody showed up. Here's my gripe, right? For any of my friends that listen to this podcast, none of them do.
My gripe.
But if you say that you're coming to a party, shut the fuck up.
I don't understand that.
What do you mean?
Like, show
Are you
up.
agreeing with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. Like granted, there were a lot of people there were like 35 people that said they were coming. It's a lot of people.
Too many.
Arguably. I think it was probably about 25 that showed up, which I'm happy with. It was a good amount.
Oh,
plenty of food to go around. Not that there wouldn't have been plenty of food for 10 more people, but plenty of food to go around. But I was like, you know what? This person definitely told me. I even asked them like the day before. I was like, hey, you coming tomorrow? And they were like, yeah, I'll be there. Didn't show up. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm not that upset.
They text you like later?
No.
Yeah.
Some of them did. Some of them texted day of and were like, hey, I'm not able to make it. I'm really sorry, but happy birthday. I'm like, no worries. Appreciate the heads up. But it's like, if you don't want to go to the party, I get that. Like day of comes and you're just like, I'm not really feeling in a party mood. Hey,
can't make it.
Sorry. Happy birthday. I would have been like, no worries. Or the day before, if you're just like, I know I said yes on Facebook, but I'm not feeling it. I'd be like, you're good. I'm upset, but you're good. No worries.
That's why I always put in like for some things. I always put like I should be able to make it.
Yeah. I should be
I should
should be
be.
good. I'll let you know if something
I,
comes up though.
I might be able to make it.
Yeah.
I always, no matter if I'm 100% sure that I can,
Yeah. I might be. Might be
I
good.
always add a might.
Yeah. 'Cause you don't
Obviously, if I
want
know
to
that I
commit.
can't,
Yeah,
right.
if you know you can't, then you're gonna say I can't. But if you
Yeah.
don't want to commit to something when you're not gonna when you don't want to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that was the case with everybody. Again, some of my friends may listen to this and be like, "That's fucked up, Joe. I wanted to go, and something came up last minute, and I didn't have time to text you." And I'd be like, "Okay, well, I'm an asshole for calling you out." But
Oh, I mean, if I don't want to go, then I'm for sure making something up.
yeah, that's fine with me
I'm
too.
not even
If you're
even
like,
saying
"Hey,
that I'm.
my great aunt Bertha is just showed up out of the blue, long lost great aunt Bertha," I'd be like, "Happy for you, family reunion."
Yeah, I'd be like, sounds like bullshit, but all right.
Yeah, I'd be like, I can't prove you wrong, and I'm not going to say
Yeah.
you're a liar. So,
Right.
so I guess that's where we're at now. But again, it's whatever. It was a really good party. That's what I'm trying to get at. We built cornhole. I don't know if I told you that last week.
Yeah, you did. You
Yeah,
did.
built cornhole. Huge
Well, you said you were
success.
getting to it.
Yeah,
You
we
did
did. We
one
did.
or some-
We finished it like day of. But it looked really good, and I'm happy with it. Played some spike ball. That was a lot of fun. Grilled. I love grilling. So I think actually, did I write that down, or did I write down one of the topics I wanted to talk about? Yeah. There's I think there's a direct correlation between getting older and
grilling more.
and the love of grilling. Yeah, like they just the older you get, the more you like to grill things. At least as a man. I don't know how women feel about grilling.
I mean, what's the equivalent you think of when women get older? They drink more wine.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's a definite correlation between the age of a woman and the amount of wine that she drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I feel like it is, and this is going to sound sexist, but it's like organization. I'm not saying I'm not an organized person, but I mean, you can take one look at my background here and know that I'm not really. Now that's not my desk, but I'm not really an organized person. But I think there's a direct correlation between, as a woman gets older, she likes to have like, and now I'm not talking about just like things go in where they're supposed to go. I'm not talking about cleanliness. I'm talking about like organization. Like you watch those TikToks, where everybody like pours out their cereal from the cereal box into
stupid
into their fancy Tupperware cereal box.
Yeah.
I'm like that level of organization. I think
or like puts the milk in a new
in a plastic milk carton.
Yeah. It's like, why?
Which, like, do I like those videos? Love them. It's like so satisfying to watch everything fit into a place and a fully stocked fridge. I love that.
Oh yeah,
but
like it's cool looking, but I would
so cool.
never do it.
Never do it. Not in a million years. Like I would do it. I would do it once, right? Like you get it done the first time, you're like, that's so awesome. But you can't maintain that lifestyle.
No, that once it's gone.
Yeah, it's over. Like I'm done.
Yeah,
but
something's gonna happen because it's like the same thing when I clean my room. Looks good.
Oh yeah.
Within a week,
it
is wrecked.
Yeah, absolutely trashed.
It's like
we cleaned the whole house for the party, right? Whole house was nearly spotless as it can be with 4 animals living in it. But looked really good. Office was clean, dining room, living room, kitchen, all clean. Patio, freshly washed, everything clean, the yard mowed.
Flooded.
Now it's flooded. Everything looked fantastic. And now here we are, not even a week later since the party. Disaster. Darwin chewed up some paper over here the other day. Haven't cleaned that up.
Yeah.
I just don't care anymore.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah. The birthday party was good. But yeah, the grilling, because now, right? So I bought a propane tank the day of the party because I have a gas grill now.
Right.
And dude, I love it. We had so much leftover food from the party.
Did you have corn?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Love grilled corn. I still have so much corn left over that I will be grilling for probably the rest of my life. But like I grilled all the chicken the other night. It's great. I love it.
It's good.
It fucking slaps, dude.
My
meals for the rest of this month will be grilled food.
That's not a bad option.
Yeah, no, not necessarily the healthiest of diets, but
I mean,
does
grilling make it unhealthy for you?
No, I'm not. It's just like typically, if you're grilling something, it's got like grease. You know, like
Yeah.
chicken it is a little bit greasy. Burgers, hot dogs, greasy foods.
Yeah, but
Um,
chicken's good for you.
Chicken is good for you. Burgers are also arguably good for you. Meat,
But
protein.
like that, but that's a red meat.
Yeah, not as
No,
good for
to
you.
be yeah. So
Yeah,
like, but chicken high lean.
chicken's lean. Yeah,
Yeah. So
chicken's
grilled
good.
chicken.
I had chicken for lunch today.
Dude, have grilled chicken in a salad.
So
Balance out
good,
the
dude. Yeah,
balance out the little unhealthiness of the chicken or whatever
yeah.
maybe.
The grease, because I mean, like the chicken was marinating in Italian dressing for a day, so like it was a little 2 days actually. I think a day and a half. So it was a little oiled up.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
But you toss some salad with it.
Right.
Good.
Balance it out.
Yeah.
We are I'm going to Thousand Islands
Yeah.
Memorial Day
Dressing.
weekend. Yeah. Um and there's a grill there. Grill at the Verbo place we're staying at.
Yeah. 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 Like charcoal grill,
No.
gas
Okay.
grill. No.
Yeah, gas grill. Yeah, there's
It's
gonna be
just
some
fun. You just stand there
burgers,
with a couple of the boys, or
couple
one, usually
brewskis,
one other boy,
one other
and
boy.
a couple beers sitting on the side of the grill, and you just flipping shit.
What's gonna be happening probably is well, like last year when we went camping, uh it was this girl's land that we're at.
Right, I remember.
Yeah, she was the one grilling.
Oh,
Grillmaster K, we
okay.
called her. But yeah, she made some burgers. She did some potatoes, some of those little potatoes, and a bunch of like just soaked in butter.
Oh yeah.
Talk
I
about
put
unhealthy.
I bought a little like tin foil or aluminum foil, like bucket, I guess you could say. Tossed in 4 sticks of butter for the corn and just put the bitch on the grill. And I made the mistake of touching
4 sticks of butter?
4 sticks. Well, because I wanted to be able to just dunk the corn in, just dunk it.
Aren't you supposed to just like,
Yeah, you can, or you can just dunk it in melted butter.
that's too much butter.
Well, I'm not saying you let it soak in there. I'm just saying you do a little,
I know, but I
you
feel
let
like
it drip, and then
I feel like that's too much because that type of butter melted like that shit is getting into every crevice.
oh yeah, clogging the arteries too.
But like if you just kind of do like a once over,
Do a little once around, do a little wrap around with the corn.
yeah, it's just coating, just a little coat.
Light coat. Yeah, I personally, I just eat the corn as is. Take it off the grill.
I think it's good enough.
Shuck it, and then just I'm fine with that. It's
Never
sweet.
had grilled corn.
You've never had grilled corn?
No. Every time I see it, I'm just like, doesn't seem. I don't want it.
It's the best, dude.
I'm kind of liking corn on the cob now.
Yeah. Well, hey, maybe when I come home for Tyler's wedding, does Tyler have a grill?
No.
Damn. I was gonna say maybe I'll grill some corn for dinner the night we sleep over at his house. I mean, other things. You can't just eat corn for dinner.
No.
Because that's just going right through you.
But I'm sure since we're gonna be at his house after a rehearsal dinner, we're not gonna be hungry.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza wings.
Right. Yeah. Ignore me. Yeah. I'll just go fuck myself. So I recently discovered, I shouldn't say I discovered. I was watching a TikTok video about better ways to sleep because I'm getting up there in age now. I gotta start taking care of myself. Now I've heard of the proper way to sleep, depending on like if you're a back sleeper or a side sleeper or something like that. But I never really practiced them before. But now consistently for like the past week-ish, not quite a whole week, I've been sleeping like the guy in the TikTok video told me to. Dude. Before I tell you what it is, been sleeping like a fucking baby. So what I do, right? Because I'm a side sleeper.
Okay.
So what I do is I've got a shit ton of pillows on the bed, naturally.
No sense.
I put
2.
Yeah, well, you know, have a lot of pillows. So what I do is I sleep my side, typically my right side, and I will put a pillow between my like calves, one that's like touching my knees and my ankles.
Yeah.
Put a pillow there. I will put a pillow like sideways against me and like cuddle the pillow. And I got one pillow under my head. And they say, now I should get a slightly thicker pillow above my head because my head's kind of like this at night when it should be more like, this.
Yeah.
But they say that doing all that aligns your spine. Cuddling the pillow takes pressure off like your shoulder. If you're sleeping like this, it's a lot of like tension and pressure right here. So I cuddle so it's a little bit less. And then separating the legs helps again align the hips and the spine while you're asleep. Now, I don't know the science or the truth behind any of this, but again, I've been sleeping so well for the past week.
I've started going back to the stomach sleeper.
You see, he specifically said that's not good.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's supposed like. And
how do you sleep? Can you lay down on your bed really quick? Can you give us a quick example?
Okay. Well, okay.
Are you able to do this with your headphones?
No.
Okay.
I'll preface that. I would be able to, but I don't feel like it.
Okay, well, let's take them off and show us.
Yeah, well, I'm going to preface this now. The stomach is how I've been sleeping, but I'll usually start on my right side.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll switch to my left.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll try the back.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, dude,
and then you're like, fuck this.
But like, I would end up falling asleep on my left side.
Okay.
Most of the time. But now I've started going on my stomach again. I'm like, I kind of like this. So I'll show you my routine of what I used to do and then the finishing product of what I do now.
Okay. I can't explain my excitement right now.
Take my shoes off.
Yeah. Good. You don't want to get in bed with shoes on.
Take my sunglasses off.
Of course.
Take my keys off.
Yeah, naturally. Why don't you just take everything off?
So if I'm laying, can you hear me? Okay. So if usually I'm watching TV, right?
Right, yeah.
So I'm kind of like this and I try and fall asleep. Then I'll turn right.
Yeah.
And I can never this is uncomfortable.
Okay.
Right? Something's like always uncomfortable here. I try to go like this, whatever. So then I go like this. And it's more comfortable for my arm to be out like this.
Right, because you got more bed.
And I'm doing like this thing.
Yeah.
And so then I go back and I'm just trying to do this, trying to be comfortable. But now the finishing product is left hand under the pillow.
Oh, okay.
And under my head.
Yeah.
And either like this or like this.
Yeah.
And now I yelled, or not yelled, but oh shit. I said when we were on the bachelor party, the way Ben was sleeping, when I looked at him the first night or the first day I woke up, he was asleep on his stomach, both hands out.
Yeah,
like
I don't know how he doesn't fucking suffocate himself, dude.
And I go, well, his head was sideways.
Yeah, but still.
But I was like, dude, you got problems like with your neck or something? He's like, yeah, I mean, sometimes my neck hurts. He's like, Kate doesn't understand how I sleep like that. I don't understand how you sleep.
I don't understand it.
Because like I'll sleep my stomach, but I'm propping my head up with my arm.
Yeah, you can't just be planking like that.
Like your head is just like I don't get it.
Do you ever like bring the leg up so you're just like leg all the way up like this, laying on your stomach?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was specifically like that position specifically with the leg like halfway up, is what the guy said is not good for anything. He was like, it might be comfortable, but you toss and turn in your sleep. Do you toss and turn?
I don't know. I can never remember how I fall asleep when I fall asleep, and I don't pay attention to how I wake up. Like I do know that the other night when I fell asleep, I was woken up at 3:00 in the morning. Bless you.
Thank you.
And I woke up on my stomach. So I might wake up on my stomach if I fall asleep in my stomach. But if I fall asleep on my back side, I think that's when I turn.
See, I fall asleep on my side. And I think I typically wake up on my back. Which just means I
Makes
went,
sense.
you know, I just
Yeah.
like kind of just fell backwards. But I also think, I mean, like I sleep with dogs in the bed, so like I think that changes things.
There's a dog in my bed. I'm not moving at all.
Well, when I'm on a small bed, like when I come home and Sierra sleeps in the bed with me, it's a twin bed, so like I'm not moving at all. Like
Yeah.
she gets right up next to me or down by my feet, and that's it. I'm out.
Right.
There's no movement happening. But in the queen bed that I have, I mean, there's the
Yeah.
two
You got plenty
dogs,
of room.
and then eventually Vega hops up on my chest. So that's why I wake up on my back because I wake up to her just like clawing the shit out of my chest.
Fuck that.
Yeah. But I again slept like a baby. I'm just saying maybe I mean you need more pillows, but I mean you've got
No, I don't. I
you
got a
got the
Tempur-Pedic one.
what?
I got a Tempur-Pedic one and a regular one. That's all you need.
Tempur-Pedic one. That's which one's that?
The one that I lay my head down.
Okay, the one you just showed me. Okay, so you take that one. That's your head pillow. Take the other pillow. Put that one right here, and then take.
I sometimes take it, and I'm just like,
yeah. Get in there. Take the Syracuse one. Toss it between the knees. Let me know how you sleep.
yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, I've seen people do that. They place something between their knees because
Well, it's nice because
It
you get a
does
little bit.
something.
I mean, you're a sweaty boy. It gives you a little bit of airflow, separates the body parts, allows air.
right.
I'm telling you, because I also sweat in my sleep. I almost said sleep in my sweat. I mean, I do sleep in my sweat for all intents and purposes. But you toss that pillow between your legs, get a little bit more airflow through the body, and you don't sweat as much.
Okay.
Just give it a shot. Just one night.
So I tend to make sure I have my windows open, my fan going.
Yeah, see, I used to have my window open in my bedroom. And then I started noticing little ants crawling around my nightstand. And so I was like, fuck. So I closed the window. Ant problem has at least decreased. And it seems colder in my room. That's probably because I live in Florida and it's 1,000,000 degrees even at night. So me opening my window was kind of just letting all the cold air in the house out. Like last night I went to bed and I was shivering. It was so cold in my room and it was great.
Yeah, I go to bed like sometimes comfortable or maybe just a little hot and it'll just take me a little while to fall asleep. But when I wake up and it's like I take off the comforter, I'm just like,
Drenched.
no, I'm cold. Like
I'm
when
drenched in
it's
sweat
a
in the
good
morning.
night and I don't want to get out of bed because I know that if I take off the
Mm.
comforter, it's cold. I'm just like, oh, I'm just stay in bed.
Yeah.
And that's when it takes me forever to get out of bed because
Yep.
I'm like, I don't feel like going out to cold
That's
air.
a good point. Yeah, the mornings I wake up sweaty, I'm like, get me out of bed right now. I'm
Yeah,
out.
dude.
And it's
I
not because
get
it's
that
hot.
thing
It's just like I somehow produce. And now I used to blame Shannon, right? Like when Shannon and I shared a bed, she just radiated heat. So I used to be like, you make me sweat. And now I'm discovering, now that
sweat.
I have the bed on my own, that I just sweat in my sleep. I think
Yes.
I produce a lot of heat in my sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one morning, maybe like last week, 2 weeks ago. I mean, I was like sticky and damp, just all over. I'm like, this is unpleasant. I was like, this is how Dave must feel all of the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
All the
awful, dude. That is terrible.
Dude, I woke up the other night before I went to bed.
Hmm.
You ever heard of Fox?
Have I ever heard a fox?
Yeah, what their sound they make?
Yeah, they like chirp.
It's a scream.
Okay, sure.
It is a legit, it just sounds like
Yeah.
so I go, what the fuck is going on out there? So I
Mhm.
open up my window and this fox staring inside the barn, just screaming.
At the
And
horse.
probably the cat in there. No, the horse
Oh.
was back there.
Yeah.
And I start seeing it walk towards the barn, and I'm like,
Right.
so I grab my BB pistol, right? And I'm not gonna shoot it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna shoot it. I didn't want it to go into the barn to fuck up the cat. So I was
Right.
gonna
You're gonna
shoot
spook it a little bit.
I was gonna shoot the bathtub
To make a little ding.
make a ping.
Yeah.
And so I grab my pistol and it's gone. I go, okay, great. This thing's in there now.
Hmm.
So I go out there with the headlamp, the bright ass headlamp
What time of night is
that
this?
we got. It's like 10 o'clock or something.
Oh, it's not that late.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, I don't think it was that late. 10 o'clock. So I go out there, and I'm whistling at this thing while I'm up in my room, by the way, to try, and it just doesn't care what I'm doing.
Right.
So either way, I go out there and I'm looking in there, and I don't see anything. The cat's up on the cabinet, and he's just chilling. So I go, okay, maybe the fox just ran away, or it's in there, and I don't know. So that's when I go to bed. Then when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I realized I was like, oh, maybe I don't roll when I'm on my stomach because I shot out of bed and I was like this. There's fucking another noise out there, just
Oh.
a screaming, and I'm like, can this thing fucking go away? So I take my light and I'm shining all throughout, waiting to see the fucking eyes. Right?
Yeah. The fucking eye.
I scan over to our neighbor's yard,
Mm.
and I see what only has to be a smallish animal in a elevated off the ground. So I'm like, okay, this thing's in a tree. And I'm like,
Okay.
I was like, okay, so it's probably a fox, or not a fox, a raccoon or something.
Yeah.
And maybe a raccoon is making a noise, or a fox is making a noise, and they're all just out there.
Yeah.
But I keep scanning, and then eventually it comes down and starts going over, and I'm pretty sure it was a possum, actually, because I
Oh.
think I just saw, because like a possum's kind of like white and grayish.
Yeah, so are raccoons though.
Raccoons are fucking brown, not all brown, but they're like, you ever
Raccoons
seen a
are
raccoon?
gray, dude. What kind of raccoons you got in Buffalo? Raccoons are fucking gray.
Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, they're black. Okay, they're black. They're black. They're gray or black.
Okay.
This
Most
one- this
raccoons
one's-
I've seen are gray, but fine.
It's a dark gray then.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
But a possum, it seemed like there's no way I'm seeing this dark gray. I don't know why I said brown. Okay, maybe they're not brown. Whatever. Some of them are brown. Whatever.
I've never seen a brown raccoon. Just putting that out there. Not important, but I've never seen a brown raccoon.
This one's brown.
Well, okay.
The majority of them are gray and black.
Right.
Either way, I feel like the way that I saw it was a possum. So apparently possums scream too.
I didn't know possums climb trees. I mean, it makes sense that they would, but I just didn't know it.
You ever seen Ice Age, dude?
Shit, you're right. Yeah.
They hang from their tails.
Yeah. That's an accurate depiction of how wildlife is.
I can only imagine that.
Ice Age is based in scientific fact.
I mean, I feel like they wouldn't have done that if possums don't do that,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I completely agree. I couldn't agree more.
You're so lying to me.
I don't think they would have made the movie if any of those animals didn't do what the animals did in the movie.
These possums are fucking ugly, dude.
Yeah.
Gonna be the most ugliest things,
Most ugliest.
most ugly things. I don't know what the exact whatever.
I saw a
but yeah.
raccoon in the road not too long ago. And it was
Dead?
no, it was alive.
Oh.
It was just like, it was probably rabid.
Yeah.
Because it just
Oh,
like, it was just
during
like,
the day?
it was just like walk. No, it was dark out, but like, I mean, this raccoon wasn't afraid of anything. Like typically, a car comes up and they're gonna like, they're like, what the fuck? And then they run. This one was just walking in circles in the road. So it either had like, it either had rabies or some other fucked up shit in its head. And because I think it like wanted to get hit. I think it wanted to die. And it was like I pulled up and it started like walking towards a person on the sidewalk, and I was like, dude, don't fucking go near it. And then later, we were looking out the window at the raccoon, and this couple like pulled over because I pulled up and this guy was just like honking at it, trying to get it to move out of the road. It just did not care at all. So then later, maybe like half an hour had gone by. Look out, raccoon's still there. This couple pulls over and they get out, and the guy gets like close to the raccoon. And I'm like, this guy's signing his death certificate right now. If this raccoon bites him, it's over. And he's like getting close to it. I think he touched it, which, I mean, you can touch a rabid animal, but if they do something to you, that's when you're in trouble. I wouldn't recommend touching rabid animals.
No.
And so they eventually they get like towels or something from the car and they like pick up the raccoon. I'm like, motherfucker, this is insane what these people are doing. And they just like moved him like into the forest. Pretty sure he wandered back into the road because again, fucked up in the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So poor raccoon looked pretty young too. It's sad, you know.
Well, circle of life.
Yeah, that's what happens. Raccoons get
rabies.
rabies.
You get rabies.
They die.
You die. Yeah. Nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
But you can't give an animal a shot, right?
I don't know what happens when an animal
like rabies be gone.
Yeah, that's the name of the shot. I don't know. What do they do when people get rabies?
I don't know.
Exactly.
And I don't care enough. Actually, I would look it up. But okay.
I don't know how it works. All I know is that like I don't want it. You know.
Yeah, no, you don't want it.
You don't want it. That is not something you want.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Are you looking up?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it can be cured.
Can it?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, they have a
shot.
They have a rabies vaccine, so I mean, it must be able to be cured if you get it.
Animals. There's no treatment once the clinical signs of rabies appear. Rabies infection of an animal can only be confirmed after death through microscopic examination of the animal's brain.
Fuck, dude.
Can pets survive rabies? The most important method for preventing the progression of rabies is by administering a dose of a rabies vaccine. The vaccine stimulates the bitten animal to develop its own neutralizing antibodies to the rabies virus. Without vaccination and rapid post-exposure treatment, the chances of survival are poor.
So if you get bit,
where do rabies even?
Dude, I don't even know where anything came from.
So is it like just an animal, a raccoon gets rabies because they have let's just say,
I don't know where it originates. Like I don't know who patient 0 is.
Rabies for animals is like humans having going to the psych ward, because they got something in their head. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If
I'm being honest, I don't really know what you're saying. Because I think if you go to the psych ward, you can be treated. Whereas it sounds like if an animal gets rabies, it's basically gonna die.
Like the people in the psych ward who are
yeah, they got
banging their head against the wall.
If you mean, does rabies affect the mind, just like the psych ward, cuckoos? Then
yeah, because the rabies is it's something in the head, isn't it?
Yeah, it affects it affects the brain, which is why that's the only way they can determine is after death. They look at the brain and they go, yeah, bitch had rabies.
Right. So if somebody it's like one of the same. So it's not that there's patient 0, it's just you were born.
I don't know if you can just be born with rabies. I think it has to be transferred via bite. I don't know if it can only be a bite. I don't know if it can be if they scratch you.
In the United States, rabies are mostly found in wild animals like bats, raccoons, skunks, and foxes.
Bats, that's another one that has it.
However, in many other countries, dogs still carry rabies, and most rabies deaths in people around the world are caused by dog bites. Rabies. Okay, where does it come from?
Dude, could you imagine getting rabies?
I think they're just born with it, man.
I don't think you can just be born with it.
Where do rabies originally come from? Current theories agree.
It's like what is it? Like they just turn into a zombie.
Current theories agree that the Lissa viruses probably originate in old world bats, which are
what are bats just born with it?
14 of the 16 known viral species. Oh, birds, snakes, and fish cannot get rabies.
Oh, I was like, fish can have rabies.
Are animals
born with rabies?
Born with rabies. Rabies might be passed from mother to offspring in the However, when people encounter very young animals that are rabid, it's more likely that they were infected after they were born, either from contact with their mother or another rabid animal. But where did that other rabid animal get it from?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused. Like, is it just like a vicious chain of events? Like rabies will never go away because one animal out there always has it.
Is it like
They say it
AIDS?
can be true.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it like, like, okay, maybe that's more of a better thing,
Than being in the psych ward. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
If you wanted to give it an equivalent, yeah,
because you get AIDS.
because I would say I would say you could compare it to cancer, but you can't because cancer just kind of appears. You don't get cancer
Yeah.
from somebody else.
So like you get AIDS.
Yeah.
From like
From
bloods
yeah,
touching, right?
yeah, bodily fluids.
Bodily fluids.
I don't know if it's all bodily fluids.
I don't
I don't know how it works.
But that's what this is. So, but like, where did the first person get?
That's what I'm confused about.
Well, it's got to just be the
somebody-
same thing because, like, where did AIDS come from?
It must be like a mutation, like things just like genes just mutate, some cells just mutate sometimes,
It's just like you got some dirt in your blood.
and it turned into no. I don't think that's. I don't think it was that. I
I'm
think
not
it
saying
was-
actual dirt.
Oh yeah,
I'm saying you
then
got
yeah.
dirty blood
Yeah.
somehow, and then that person gave it to another person,
and then it became
and
an,
then it's
an
just so on and
epidemic.
so forth.
Yeah.
So now this one in animals is just called rabies,
Yeah.
and it
Unless
somehow,
animals can also get AIDS, in which case,
like one animal at one point drank water from a creek that had some sewage in there,
mm,
and they got rabies.
Hmm.
It infected their shit.
see, I think you're thinking of it kind of like how a superhero gets their powers, whereas I'm thinking about it scientifically. And like again, a simple like mutation in an animal's DNA caused one animal to have it.
See, but that's what I'm saying. So that's like born with it, pretty much.
Similar, yeah. It
But
either
you denied
it was,
that.
No. I'm saying like, are they just born with it regularly? Yeah, I mean, you read they can be.
Yeah.
I
From the
originally was
mudda.
like, no, they
But
probably
where'd the
can't.
mudda
Be.
get it from?
Right, that's what I'm saying, Dave. Is it's just like where do like how do you just like get cancer one day because like shit happens, like shit gets fucked up in the body. So like
Right.
what I'm
Too
saying
much
is
sunlight.
a long time ago, an animal had a mutation, and that mutation was called rabies, and that animal then went fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, bit another animal, probably bit a few animals, passed on rabies, and then it was a never-ending chain of events to where now rabies.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Similar to if you want to compare it to AIDS. Again, somebody probably one day was the unlucky patient zero who had a cellular mutation that turned into what we now know as AIDS, and then passed it along via the blood.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And there you go. They didn't drink sewage water. Could they? Maybe they could have. And maybe that's what it was. Perhaps.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, clearly Google wasn't giving me a straight answer because they could have just said a mutation in the blood
I'm
cells.
just guessing. I don't know for
No,
fact.
I know that. I know that. But like,
Okay.
if it was something as simple like that, I
Google
would
would-
say
Yeah.
it would come up.
You would think, yeah.
But me just they're sidestepping my question.
they're
saying,
like,
oh.
they're like, why do you want to know so much?
Yeah.
What do you want to know about rabies?
They're like it's in foxes and raccoons and bats. I'm like, I know where they're at.
Yeah, I know where I can find it.
Yeah.
How do they
I know,
get it?
I know what animals to stay away from if they're out in the sunlight.
Yeah, if I see a skunk in the middle of the day, I know that I'm turning the other direction.
Yeah. But
That's hard. That's been hardwired into human beings.
you're not giving me. Yeah, really, it is. Yeah, anything that I was taught when I was younger. If you
Yeah.
remember anything from when you're younger, it's just like
Stay
You
away
see
from the
one of these
nocturnal
animals-
animals in the day.
crawling out in the daylight, dude. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Um.
Interesting
But
that it's
yeah.
a lot of nighttime animals, don't you think? What's going on in the darkness?
Yeah. What's going on in the
The wee hours,
wee
of,
hours
the
of the
night.
night? But dogs
Animals
got
just-
it too.
What?
In other like not here.
Well, dogs can get it here, yeah.
dogs, but like I saw what I read. It was like
Yeah, I read.
in
I
other
heard
parts
what
of
you
the
read.
in
You read
other
it out
parts of
loud.
the country,
Even in other
it's known
countries.
yes. It's known that dogs have it
Yeah.
instead of not instead of, but along with
Yeah, in addition to.
whatever.
It's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah. Um
I don't want AIDS or rabies.
no.
I
Or
wonder.
both.
I wonder why your video is frozen. I wonder why people don't get your video is stupid frozen, dude. Am I still here right now?
You're still here. I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. You were just like I wonder why,
Yeah,
like,
rabies.
like dogs and cats get rabies vaccines like annually. Why not? Why don't we?
Don't we?
No. You ever been vaccinated for rabies, Dave?
I don't think so, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm sure if we got bit, we'd get one.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know if they give you a vaccine after you've been bit. I think they treat it. They said because you read once like clinical symptoms set in, like once you're foaming at the mouth, you're done for.
Right.
But I think they can treat it
Okay.
before that. I
Only
don't
time
know.
will tell.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just concerned about like I know that I'm not like dogs get rabies vaccines because dogs go outside a lot more often,
Right.
and
right.
dogs will sometimes attack wild animals, and that wild animal will defend itself, and dog gets rabies.
Via rabies.
Yeah, they defend themselves with their rabies.
Dude, you know what the creepy thing was that I learned? Is if
you're
your
frozen again.
dog, can you hear me?
I can hear you clear as day. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep talking then.
Okay.
That I was told by that if your dog starts like going after a raccoon, the raccoon will like if it gets like don't let your dog go into the water after a raccoon because raccoons are like way better swimmers than dogs.
Okay.
And then they'll like get on top of your dog's head and then
Drown
it's
the
game
dog.
over for the dog, dude.
Dude, what?
And I'm like, that's creepy as fuck.
That's crazy.
Like the raccoon knows, like, oh, listen, I'm fucking just keep running until I get to the water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder this motherfucker.
I'm gonna drown this animal.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah.
I feel like I've also heard that. I think you might. I don't think you're lying here. I think you might be right.
It would make sense because I heard it from Dad. So we have the same dad.
I don't think I heard it from Dad. I'm pretty positive.
Oh.
I think I read it online.
Well, then
that's probably where
true.
Dad saw it too.
Could be.
Dad was probably scrolling through Facebook, saw the same post that I saw.
Well,
was like, "Hey, Dave, you know that dogs can get drowned by raccoons?"
Because he told me like a while ago. Not to say that he wasn't on Facebook a while ago, but
right.
I'm just saying that.
Are raccoons really good at swimming? I've never seen a raccoon in the water. I mean, they have like better hands for swimming because raccoons just have our hands, but small.
I'm gonna look this up and then I got to
we'll wrap things up after this raccoon debate.
Raccoons.
What if raccoons? They're just like notoriously bad swimmers.
Researchers have shown that raccoons can swim at an average speed of about 5 kilometers an hour.
I don't know how fast that is. Yeah, no idea.
And can remain inside water for several hours. Raccoons have also been found to enter swimming pools of private buildings and can remain in the pool without anyone noticing.
Okay, nobody's looking then. Like, what do you mean? It's a fucking gray fur ball.
They just fucking go down.
You can see through water, Dave. What raccoon is going unnoticed for days on end in a pool?
Raccoon versus dog in water. Let's see.
God, I hope there's not a video.
Would this cute raccoon drown your dog? Let's see. It is a very cute. There's a reason Disney hasn't made any dog and raccoon buddy movies.
Oh, I don't know that. I'm pretty sure Guardians of the Galaxy, raccoon and a dog are in the same movie. So just putting that out there because I just saw it and there's both a dog and a raccoon. So, and they seem pretty buddy.
Don't ruin it, man. I haven't seen it.
I'm just not. It's no spoiler. Great movie, by the way. Though.
At least if you believe the stories about some seriously scary encounters, according to some gory lore. Raccoon could climb on its nemesis's head,
Mm-hmm.
deliberately push him underwater, and drown him.
That's fucked, dude.
This little thing with the little fucking just
Yeah,
stay.
just fucking murders your dog. Well, good thing I don't have any water near my house. That's a lie. I have a pond right in the middle of my neighborhood.
The woman in Cumberland County, Canada, dove into a pond one summer to save her Brittany Spaniel, which was being drowned.
Brittany Spaniel.
Yeah, which was
Let the
being
thing
drowned
die.
by a raccoon, she says. The spaniel's named Star had circled the raccoon 3 times, and then the raccoon started backing towards the water. Dawn Simmons told the Herald News she remembers her dad telling her that when cornered, dads
Know
always
everything.
looking out.
How do dads just know shit about animals?
well, Dad had a raccoon, so
That's a good point. Dad did have a raccoon.
a raccoon will lure a dog into water and drown it. I knew right away what the raccoon was doing, said Simmons. Dude, if I ever saw, because
Now, I don't know if that's going to work for all dogs, right? Like if my 70-pound chocolate lab went after a raccoon, now Darwin's pretty dumb. He might drown, but I don't think the raccoon has the ability to push that dog down.
Think about it.
If I see a
When
little
dog-
fucking rat dog,
okay, yeah, but like, think about it, because when a dog swims, its head is like just
well,
above water, because
yeah,
they can't like if it's shallow enough, yeah, sure.
yeah, they
But
probably
if
wouldn't
they're
take
just-
much.
if
it
they're just
probably doesn't
swimming
take
and
much
then-
weight.
Like imagine you're just doggy paddling,
Yeah,
and someone just like not somebody, obviously a person
then
can
a-
easily dunk.
a 5-pound animal gets on my head.
Yeah, and it's just like fucking.
Yeah,
all you need is,
that's true. You can drown in an inch of water.
and a dog's nose is right there, just
Yeah, it is right there.
and a 5-pound weight, just. So, but if I saw my dog near a raccoon,
I'm
oh my god, dude, I wouldn't even hesitate to just come and just.
I'm
Wow!
drop kicking that raccoon.
Or if I saw, dude, I always think if my dog
Darwin
gets
caught a
into like
squirrel not too long ago. Baby squirrel. Ate it.
Aw,
Ate the whole thing. Swallowed it.
Ew.
Yeah. I
That's
wasn't
nasty,
here for it.
dude.
Pretty gross, yeah. Squirrels don't have
That was
rabies,
some
though. So.
shitting up bones.
It was a while ago. I think it's past now.
Yeah.
I will say, though,
A dog's stomach is.
you know what?
fucking,
Maybe I won't tell this story on the podcast. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, last thing I'll say, if I always think about if my dog's fighting like another animal,
Mm.
I'm getting in there, dude. Like I'm going all I'm throwing.
Depends on the
Oh.
animal, but yeah, I'll jump in. I'm not letting my dog die, dude.
If it's like, I don't care what it is. Dude.
If the animal is smaller than my dog, I'm jumping in. If it
If
is
it's a
equal
fucking
to
wolf,
if it's
I'm
equal
going
to or larger than my dog in size, the dog's got its own fight. I'm out.
well, if it's larger than my dog, I'm pretty sure like there would even be like a fight too much. Like if a bear was going after my dog, like was on top. I mean, there's just not. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it. You know.
Yeah, that's a tough loss. I got to take the L on that one, bud.
Obviously though, if it's like a fox trying to like,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I'll fuck up a fox.
okay,
Yeah.
dude, I'm just
Now let me ask you
Just
this, Dave. Right? Just
big
to
right
throw
hook.
it back to an old question. If a deer was like a fucking buck, just like turned and stood its ground against your fucking dog, what are you doing?
yeah, right. I'm going after that thing, dude.
You're not fucking up the deer.
Yeah, I am, dude.
What about a goose?
See you later. No, I would go. I
mess up.
would
Mess
fight
up
the
a deer.
goose. I fight the goose.
Oh yeah. Goose against the dog. First of all, dog's not losing that fight. Maybe a Brittany Spaniel is, but
Yeah.
Walking behind.
Well,
in the
either
middle of recording a podcast here, Lauren.
Are you?
Yeah.
It is Thursday. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'll lock it. I got you.
Bye, Joe. Hey, my
I got
car's
you.
in the garage. I'll be back Tuesday.
All right,
No.
have fun.
Okay.
All right.
Tuesday.
Okay.
why did she say bye, Joe, as if she was 20 feet away from you?
You know, I don't know.
Because
I
you
don't know
know
if she
usually
thinks that I can't hear with these on, but these are not They're
but
not
like
doing
what I'm
anything.
saying, though, not even the volume, but the way she said it of, you know how if you're walking out the door, what are you doing?
I was trying to close the curtain. Yeah, sorry.
If you're walking out the door
And
let's
somebody's
say
like
you're
in the
there,
kitchen.
yeah, and you're like, oh, see you later, Joe.
Yeah.
If I'm standing right next to somebody,
Yeah, she was literally 6 feet away from me.
yeah, it's like, oh, I see you, Joe.
Yep.
But like,
I don't know.
bye, Joe.
Yeah.
See you later.
What makes it funnier is the fact that I told her, "Hey, we're recording a podcast right now," and then she continued to do more.
My car's in the garage.
Yeah.
You could, or whatever she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Let's
wrap
wrap
this.
this bitch up.
Oh.
I'm going out tonight with friends. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to go to work tomorrow. Not really feeling it, dude.
Just
You know
go.
what? You know what's happening tomorrow? Darwin's getting the old,
Damn, bro.
yeah,
Taking his manhood away.
taking his manhood hard. They squeezed me in too. They had like a last minute appointment. I was at the vet on Tuesday with him. Sorry, Monday. I was in the vet on Monday, and they were like, "We got an appointment this Friday." I was like, "Fuck yeah, cut those puppies off."
Oh my god, poor dog. Pick a number.
11.
What Italian sculptor architect is credited with creating the Barocco
The what?
or the Baroque style?
Oh, the style. You dyslexic motherfucker.
Baroque.
Baroque. If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. I have no idea. His name is probably Baroque.
I'm gonna say yeah.
I'm gonna say
Leonardo
Vincenzo
Baroque.
Baroque.
I'm thinking Vincent Baroque.
Oh, really? I'm gonna say Vincenzo. You're gonna say Vincent.
Gian Lorenzo.
See, I said
Barini.
Vincenzo Lorenzo.
No.
All right.
In the film Walk the Line, who played June Carter Cash?
Don't know.
Reese Witherspoon.
How the fuck did you know that?
It's a good movie. I've watched it like 3 times.
Jesus.
Okay, we gotta hurry this shit up. Let's see. What silent film star was The Tramp?
I don't know. Why do you even look at stuff like
is
that?
Is that like the fucking like Lady and the Tramp? Like it was
No,
a
that's
dog?
a silent film. Oh, probably could have guessed that. Silent film, yeah. Here you go. Right there. What country celebrates its national day on 17th?
17th of May.
That doesn't even say, that just says on 17th May.
Yeah.
Country. National Day on May 17th. You know, I could look at my calendar. Can't see
What's
any.
it
Oh,
say?
there's nothing on the 17th. So it's definitely not us or Canada.
Or Mexico.
Or Mexico. Or Australia. I think most things put Australia on there too.
I'm gonna say Uruguay.
I said Italy. Norway. I think I'm closer. I don't know much about geography, but I'm pretty sure Italy's closer
I don't know.
than Uruguay.
I think you are though. Let's see. Norway is like
North.
Oh, I was thinking Nova Scotia.
That is Canada, not a country.
Norway's here, yeah. Norway, Italia.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Uruguay is all the way over here.
Yeah,
Uruguay.
you're deep in South America.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take the point. That puts me at 2 ahead. 4-2. Take it away.
Yeah. Underscore David Shark underscore is my Instagram. DShark101 is my Twitter. Eat of the week. We're gonna go with classic taco. Well, like a bowl of just taco meat and some salsa. It was supposed to be taco in a bag, but the in the bag was nowhere to be found.
Oh, out
So-
of Doritos.
Yeah. So, but taco meat in a bowl with some salsa and some Fritos. I actually had some Fritos,
Okay.
which is also good.
Yeah.
Um,
Still corn chips.
So yeah, I think lettuce didn't go too crazy. Just salsa, lettuce,
Yeah, your basics.
meat, and some Frito shit.
Yeah.
Frito scoops is what it
Mm.
was.
Good choice. You can follow me on my photography Instagram, Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram at Secret Agent Sharky, and my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@JoeSharky7. My eat of the week is I was not going with what I had at my party. The next day after my party, I had a slice of pizza left over in the fridge, and I had a leftover half a burger from the party.
Hmm.
I ripped up the hamburger, put it on the pizza, microwaved the
Okay.
pizza. Delicious.
Okay.
So highly recommended. If you've never had a burger on pizza before, I give it like
a.
I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It's real good.
I don't know if I've ever been in that scenario either, but
Yeah, it was it was just like happenstance, you know?
happenstance.
Happenstance. Anyways, as for the podcast, follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD. Follow us on TikTok at The Shuffle Podcast, where we post our clips. And subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all at The Shuffle Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Peace.